Got a ton of pressure in his face. It just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Oh, that's right.
You were saying that thing.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages.
Yes, sir, baby.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He'll have his man. That's
Come on.
and he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Cooper's first catch, and good for a 1st down. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 5 here to start things out. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness.
Thank you for trying, man.
Well, partner, after the conference championship games, there was a lot of talk about the overtime rules, understandably so.
I know.
Do you think that
Nobody has been whooping your ass all day.
Overtime situation?
I don't think so. And you got to remember, I'm an old crone, all right? So here's the deal on it. The NFL jumped in the...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Cheetah Awuzie with a pick.
That's a drive killer right there.
Bullshit.
This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
I play anywhere, brother. It don't matter.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. A give to Elliott. And some room to roam now. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to...
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leonard Floyd. And his crew will take over the football at the 35-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper, but with that incompletion, let's look back, Charles, to the NFC title game. We had 2 excellent conference championship games, but on the NFC side, the Rams winning in overtime thanks to Greg Zuerlein. He had 2 huge kicks, but that was really overshadowed because afterwards, obviously, everyone talking about the no call.
Yeah, and we should be talking about Legatron. A 48-yarder to get them.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. And even 40 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10.
My nigga.
Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Deion Sims, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Bears are in for 6. Parkey with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point.
Don't say nothing, Fly. Don't say nothing, Fly. I'm going to keep running this goddamn trap.
Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion. But he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
I think he got his phone number. Call that nigga.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner? Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Parkey adds the extra point, and the lead is now 17-8. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Running one fly deep for Cooper. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
From the pistol, here's Elliott. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Drops it underneath to Elliott. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play, don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you
Come on, baby.
no yardage. Great job by the defense. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. So there you go, partner. How about that?
Oh, that was pretty cool.
That will tie the all-time record set by Matt Prater of the Broncos back in 2013.
And you know, when Prater hit from 64, that was like breaking DiMaggio's streak or breaking the 4-minute mile of Bannister. Tom Dempsey 63, that was a legendary number. So to top that here, even if it's the record, pretty darn awesome.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Howard to begin the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. On first, they go right back to Howard. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Going deep this time for Miller. In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Chidobe with a pick. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry. On 2nd down, Elliott. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Take that shit, fellas.
And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Mooney. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Second down, Prescott. Oh, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his second there. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. On fourth, they do snap it to Prescott. And that's caught by Beasley. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from fourth down to first. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will bring the deficit back down to 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we send you to our... You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now Trubisky to throw on second. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sean Lee able to disrupt yet another pass play. His third sack of the afternoon. Let's see what they draw up here. Third and long following the sack of Trubisky. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Keeps himself upright. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. David Irving. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a fourth down. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Now Austin. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively, and now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Adrian Amos with a pick. While we have a second, Charles, the Patriots, of course, back in the Super Bowl, getting the 37-31 victory over KC in the AFC title game. Great game, but you know, the Patriots...
Nobody believes them.
Yeah, right. They're playing that underdog card, but I thought it was funny because after the game, they asked Tom Brady, were you guys just trying to use that for your own motivation? He said no comment because they were. They know they're not the underdog.
They know it, but when you've been that great for this long...
You need something?
You've got to find something different. And Tom Brady, I've got to give him credit. Somehow he made his team buy that and believe in it when no one else in the country did. I think it really stuck.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off Byron Jones. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Oh, man. Shut the
Brandon, this is a
fuck
real
up.
nice job defensively.
When you do some shit, it's all amazing and shit. When I do some shit you won't laugh. Nigga, shut up.
You can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
So much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of a yard, and just like that, it's 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
The give is to Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. This is Elliott. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Khalil Mack's starting to get a really big-time reputation as a pass rusher, and rightly so. So explosive off the edge getting to the quarterback. But he doesn't neglect his run duties as well. How about that tackle right there? Such a package he has, able to play the run and the pass so well.
One down to about the 5. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, here's Smith. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for them. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys are in for 6. Now the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Anthony Brown. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And he'll find his way down right around the 12. The ball still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on fourth down. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on fourth. It's a keeper with Prescott. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Howard. Now he opts for the spin. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard, 88 yards. And the Bears have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. Good footwork at the 30. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Again, it's Elliott. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Third and short yardage. Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Spins away. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they got a good chance, and then we end up winning this game.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A give to Howard. Oh, spinning away. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. On the handoff, this is Howard. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you talk to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break it the football. Get it out. We got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now it's Trubisky. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. So on comes the kicker, Cody Parkey, in a big spot. This from 36 yards out. And Parkey's kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. Just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Out now, Cowboys. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And everyone trying back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. They know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
Coach will just be relieved, don't they?
I think they'll be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and not take back in punching the end zone without turning it over.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Right back to him on 1st down. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another 1st down as well.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now Elliott. And a solid run down inside the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. They'll try to throw now. Prescott over the middle. Cooper with it. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Back to throw. And this is Amari Cooper. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. He's back to throw. Completes it right side to Cooper. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
The Cowboys on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Back to throw. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper in the final minute. And the Cowboys will have the lead if they can hit the PAT. Now the try here for the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good, and that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. So now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. They go with Howard again. Oh, nice move at midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That good for 19 and a first down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
And he's got this down to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Running with Howard. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. This is Howard on second down. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So here's the former Pro Bowler, Cody Parkey, in field goal formation. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So here's the former Pro Bowler, Cody Parkey, in field goal formation. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And his kick is good. He knocks through his 3rd field goal of the game, and this one is the one they've come in here and stolen one on the road.
No dog, cousin.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to
Good ass guy.
because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard, the defensive guy. But
That's all right, real free. I'll take your change back for you. The doggy change. Well, you just did.
Thank you.
Just did.